Hi, this is Allison Winsrich. I am a physician assistant at a functional medicine office. I've worked 10 years in oncology and a couple years in family practice and have a background in nutrition. And I want to share with you guys today about what gut killers are and what that means. So, our guts are home to trillions of bacteria that do a lot of work for us and keep us healthy. So when you think about it, we are more bacteria than we are human cells. So we are like a host to these bacteria. So these gut bacteria play different roles in our body. The main thing that they do is they play probably about an 80% role in our immune system function. So one thing that they do is that they keep the lining of our gut wall healthy. The lining of our gut wall is only like 1 cell thick, which is super tiny. And there's a lot of things that can affect our gut bacteria and our gut lining, and that can lead to lots of different health conditions. So things that are not good for our gut bacteria are things like antibiotics. Now, sometimes antibiotics are necessary, but just what I've seen and practiced in medicine is that antibiotic usage is way too much. So antibiotics don't know the difference between our good bacteria and the bacteria that the antibiotics are trying to kill. A lot of antibiotics are considered broad spectrum, meaning that they're not attacking the bacteria that causes the infection. A lot of times when we have an infection that is bacterial, we don't even know which bacteria it is unless we actually do like a sputum sample or get an actual sample, which most of the time that doesn't happen and it's hard to do. So the broad spectrum is going to kill some of our good bacteria. And if you get a lot of antibiotics, either in a short period of time or over time, you can actually lose species of good bacteria, and that is not good. Another thing that can kill our gut bacteria are things like steroid medications. So if you've ever had an oral steroid, that can affect it. Even an injectable steroid, that can negatively affect our gut bacteria as well. Things like stress. Stress does a lot of unhealthy things for our body, but it can also negatively affect our gut bacteria. Birth control pills are another thing that is interesting, but that birth control pills can affect our gut bacteria in a negative way as well. Also, things that we eat. So alcohol is a gut killer that can negatively affect our gut and also puts more stress on the liver as well. Things like processed foods. A lot of our food has things in it that aren't even real food. So you'll look at a label and you'll see all these different things you probably can't pronounce. You don't know what they are. There's a lot of chemicals in our food to make it taste better or change the consistency or the texture. So a lot of those things are not good for our gut bacteria. They don't know how to break them down. Our gut bacteria feed on things like vegetables and plants and anything that are considered prebiotics, which are like fermented foods and things like that. So that is what our gut bacteria feeds on. So these non-food items are going to negatively affect them. They're not going to feed them well. And a lot of our food has things like pesticides, glyphosate, which is found in Roundup, is sprayed on a lot of our crops now, and especially the GMO crops. Those are all negatively affecting our gut bacteria, our gut lining, and when our gut bacteria go down, then they can't properly protect our gut lining, and things like leaky gut and autoimmune things can occur. So our gut does a lot of good things for our health. And so we want to try to avoid some of these gut killers as much as possible. Now, sometimes it's necessary, but it's good to know what to do to rebuild your gut as well. So today I just wanted to share with you about what can actually affect your gut in a negative way. And so those are probably the top things that can do that. So thank you for tuning in, and we will chat later.